A summer safety concern for bicycle riders.
And solving the age-old mystery of why some people are mosquito magnets. Fox Medical Team's Dina Centofonte joins us live from Detroit with more. Good morning to you, Dina. Good to see you.
Morning, Dan and Lauren. You know, this mosquito issue, some people sit there, the bugs don't bother them. Some of us sit there, and all night we're constantly being eaten alive by mosquitoes. And so the question is why, and it's a bit of a mystery still as scientists analyze all the compounds that are in our bodies. But let me give you some of the solid evidence as to why you might be getting eaten by more mosquitoes than your friend. First of all, one of the issues is the amount of alcohol you drink. Just one bottle of beer can increase your appeal to these bugs. Number two, pregnancy. You know, it's hard enough being a pregnant woman, but it also attracts mosquitoes. They get bitten about twice as much as the rest of us. Part of the issue there, body temperature of a pregnant woman is a degree warmer. That's what mosquitoes like. They like warmth, and they can sense it. And also, they exhale 21% more carbon dioxide. That's another big attraction for mosquitoes, the carbon dioxide. Blood type is another issue. Type O blood types, bitten twice as much. And then exercise, working out, builds up that lactic acid in your body, in your sweat, and that makes you a little more tasty. And finally, what you're wearing, I guess these mosquitoes have a good eye for fashion because they see bright colors and they see movement. That also attracts them. So they say the best advice is to sort of blend in with the environment, keep as still as possible, and of course, you know, bug spray is one of the best ways to keep them away with a little bit of DEET in it.
So I am being right when I say, well, they just bite me because I'm a little bit sweeter than you, right?
I think you're exactly right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Dina, if we've got some stubborn pounds that say that just won't come off, turns out there is a sneaky culprit in our diet that may be keeping us from our goals.
Well, I feel badly at breakfast time making bread the bad guy, and we've known this for a long time, guys, that there are certain foods that trigger a response in our body. And we heard about this back with Atkins diet, South Beach diet, these low-carb diets. You know, low-carb eating started as a way to help diabetics control their blood sugar. But there continues to be growing research that says this is an effective way to lose weight. And so I just talked to a doctor recently, Dr. Patino. He wrote a book who explains that when we eat foods that trigger a spike in our blood sugar, such as bread, and there are many others too. We're talking about certain pastas, rice, sugary foods, donuts, bagels. But that triggers this spike in our blood sugar that creates this insulin release, and that tells our body to store fat and not burn it. And so we're picking on bread just because it seems to me to be an easy, not easy, but it's a starting point where you can say, you know what, I'm going to not eat bread. I'm going to still enjoy myself and eat everything in moderation. I'm going to avoid bread, and you can see what happens and see if you notice a difference.
All right, worth a try. And a good time to have a reminder about bicycle safety and wearing helmets, even if you're just going in the front yard or in the front driveway to ride a bike.
Yeah, Lauren, I thought this was interesting because sometimes I'll say to the kids, okay, you're just going to be right in the neighborhood. All right, you're fine without the helmet because it's such an argument every time. But I'm told that most accidents happen within 5 blocks of the house. We're talking about cars backing out of driveways, and kids have their guards down in the neighborhoods. And so there are many statistics that say the kids have got to be wearing helmets, and they say adults do too. You're 14 times more likely to be in a serious bike accident if you're not wearing a helmet. We did a demonstration with watermelon. We put a helmet on one melon and dropped it onto the pavement, and then we dropped a naked melon onto the pavement, and we saw quite a difference. And it's a nice visual to help explain to the kids what can happen to your head if your head hits the pavement, if you get tripped up and you can't catch your fall. So there are all kinds of alarming statistics about what happens, but important to know, summertime is the worst time for bike accidents. Dawn, dusk, nighttime, that's when the kids are most at risk. And neurosurgeon tells me to get your kids to wear the helmet, you have to wear the helmet.
Yeah. Good advice. Good advice. Thank you, Dina.